Let's get you updated on our grain trade here this morning. First of all, on the corn market, which just shot right out of the cannon this morning at the opening bell. And we have July corn still maintaining some lofty levels. We're now at $6.97, so we've drifted back below $7, but not by much. $6.97 per bushel, that would be 17.5 cents higher on the day. December corn now 14.25 higher. We're at 5.77 per bushel. In our soybean trade, let's go over there with our quotes provided by bar chart. July soybeans 16 higher at 15.40 per bushel. And we have November now 14.75 higher at 13.59.5. Well, if you look at the wheat in Chicago, July is currently trading 8.25 higher at 7.26 but it has come off of its earlier high now by about 7 cents. So keep an eye on that. On the Kansas City market, July now 9.75 higher at 6.98 It had been way over $7 up to 7.06, but dropped off of that by about 8 cents. In the spring wheat trade, you now have July 11.5 higher at 7.70 per bushel. And in cotton, we have that July contract now trading 49 points lower at 87.37 per pound. Well, I want to check in with Mr. Ben Hushon of the Mill in Whitehall, Maryland, who joins us right now for an update on conditions there. Sounds like the weather has been pretty open, but Tim Ross was just showing me a radar shot of, well, the weather that just went through our home base Nashville area here. Lots of tornadoes included in that as it went through Tennessee and surrounding areas. So hopefully the folks in your neighborhood can get their field work done before that system heads right into your area there.
Well, good morning, Mr. Marlin Bohling. We have, as you said, had an amazing week since we last talked. The farmers had a tremendous week for field work, getting corn and soybeans planted. But I got to tell you, the farmers that were trying to do their own spraying, their own weed control, and custom applicators like us, we had a not so good week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that daggone wind blew so hard, pretty much didn't get any of that type of work done on the farm or, again, like folks like us. But opened back up, and then yesterday, speaking of opening up, yesterday afternoon it started to rain. Beautiful rain all night long. Got a little harder than what we'd like to overnight after we got in bed, but anywhere from inch to inch and a half. And Marlin, we were dry, so it was really good timing. And as far as what Tim Ross is sending our way, tell him, turn it around. We don't need any tornadoes.
Well, the good thing about that is most farmers will agree that you don't want to turn down moisture when you have a chance to get it. And I just wondered, are they pretty much done planning to where they can really utilize that moisture, or do they have much more left to do out in the field?
So plenty more to do, and for the viewers, I sent in some pictures of what would concern them with the wind. We have a really good-looking wheat crop. Barley just went into head. I just talked to a fella a couple minutes before I got on the phone. He said a little bit of his barley went really flat. But otherwise, again, the wheat has just starting to put on flag leaf. So we're not too worried about wind and any kind of wind damage from any crops. And as far as planting, the range is, I talked to multiple growers who told me anywhere from 35% done to 75% done. So I guess we'll call that an average of about 50% done corn and beans in our community at this point.
That works for me. Well, thank you for the update, Ben. Always good to hear from you. Ben Hushon of the Mill in Whitehall, Maryland. This morning we'll pause. We'll come back and look at livestock trade, and we'll take a look at some numbers on the finished cattle market last week when we return.